Welcome, all you people that buy fuzzes. Now, Beetronics is known for fuzz. That's just one of the things they do and one of the things they like. Me personally, not big into fuzzes, and you know that. So it really surprised me when I put the Abelha, which is Portuguese for the bee, on the table, and I'm not shitting you, I couldn't stop playing. I tried to make a track for it, I tried to do other things, and then I looked down and my fingers were still jamming. I really, really had fun with this pedal. And that's the only thing that matters. Now, it is a work of art, as most stuff from Beetronics is. Inside, the PCB is very likely, I haven't opened it yet, and I never do, shaped like beehives or bees or bees' penises. I have no idea. But inside is a work of passion and a work of art. These people are super passionate. It looks printed, and if it was printed, it would be beautiful. But it's not. That's a metal relief. Just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this piece of metal would probably cost you $50, and probably does. Now, this is not an inexpensive pedal. The Abelha, I think it's not out yet. I'm making this video before release, but I saw it on a piece of shipping instruction label thing, and I think this is going to clock in at over €300. 350, 400, something like that. It's a pricey fuzz. There are more expensive ones. My buddy Patrick buys fuzzes for like $700 and continues to buy them and says this is the shit. I don't know. Fuzzes make you sound worse than it sounded before, so why spend that much money on it? However, if it makes you play and it inspires you, it's worth the money. Now again, this is not cheap, but it has quite a bit to offer, and then some to offer that I don't understand. But the point is, I couldn't stop playing, and that's all that matters. Now, there's volume, called loud, and this is not printed. This is all tactile relieved. Volume and buzz is, of course, the gain. A 3-position switch, and if I could read this, it says pollen, which is a Spitty fuzz. NECTAR, it's all bee-themed, which is a super playable... I think it would be the fuzz that Eddie, Mr. Van Halen, would have played if he had played fuzzes. Because it's that saturated, still transparent, you can play all the chords you want and all the notes are there kind of fuzz. And then there's the honey, which brings you a little bit more into the overdrivey fuzz territory. It's still fuzzy, but more overdrive-esque. So that's how you pick. Can't switch that with the foot switch or something. It's pretty either or. You have a high and a low. So this time around, not a lot of hidden features, just fuzzy goodness. This thing shows you that it's on, which is kind of weird, because there's also these 6 LEDs, which are almost completely redundant and not necessary. Why are they there? Why are you paying for them? Because they want it. They want to make something that they're super proud of, and they wanted 6 LEDs, so they made 6 LEDs, plus the big fendery one on top. It's called a tropical fuzz, don't know why. We have some colors. If I'm holding this in, it's going into this high pass mode, and then it turns greenish in real life, because right now the camera is going straight onto the LEDs. This is not that bright. It's beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. We got purple and blue. Thank you, Leslie. Purple and blue going to green. Now you can switch it to that high pass mode. You gotta hit it twice faster, and now it's not momentary. Now it's actually in that green mode. When you turn it off, it shows you, because they are kind of still a little bit greenish. You see that? So we switch it back. Nope. And now I turn it off, and now they are light blue. So it kind of tells you what's gonna happen. So we are now in the normal mode. Bam. Now we're in the green mode, and it tells you dimly lit green that is the high pass mode. Personally, please no offense, Beetronics, you made a great pedal. I don't get the high pass mode. If there was a filter moving, yes. If it was a low pass mode with a filter, a kind of a low pass mode, yes. But it's just harsh and horrible, I think. I wouldn't buy it for that mode. I don't actually feel a use for that mode, and you're going to hear it. You can also, by doing a boot up procedure and then holding certain things, determine how fast that mode comes in, if it's instantaneous or ramped up. Because I actually don't see a point in that sound, I'm not even going to go there and waste time on it, to be honest. Click, click, not click, click. Okay, I get it. So we're going to start in the Spitty mode in the Tone King Royalist, and then we're going to go into a variety of other amps, as we always do with this Shabbat Lynx. Says HP on it. That is so cool. Thank you, Avi Shabbat, for one of the most amazing strats I own and have ever played. This thing is just a workhorse. Get one if you can. Into the aux with a 412 Greenback loaded cab. Now, if anything ever sounded like a dead bee or dying bee, that's it. That is the bee sound. I mean, of course they have to have that in there. And how is that usable? It is. If you want like a bit crushed, ring modulated, it all kind of goes in this territory. ADZ 8-bit sound. Really not my type of sound, but highly inspiring. Zayford, can I help you? Damn that cat. It's just inspiring. Let's play with EQ. And that last horrible sound is exactly what you get when you engage the high-pass filter, as I shall show you now. I mean, there are probably uses for that, maybe in other amps, as we will explore, but it wouldn't be my first thing to do. So, that was the pollen. We're going to move on to the nectar. And that's so much fun! It's that kind of eddy thing, I think. It's saturated, dense, but still very playable. It's kind of the opposite from the pollen. It's very musical. The other thing is kind of very crushed, I think. Let's put some... Clearly fuzz, but what a fun fuzz. Oh, you want to hear the pollen with the high pass? You can hear it ramping up a little bit, and that can be changed in startup mode, and you can have different kind of swells. So right now I can't do but you can slow that down, fast that up, speed that slow, change that. See where the difference is between that and the nectar. I think that the honey is a little bit thinner in the low end, tube screamerish in that sense, and probably better in front of already gainy amps that are a little bit flabby in the low end. That could be the difference, I think. A little bit more defined in the upper mids. There's a peak and a little bit rolled off in the low end, but the character stays the same, you know, unless you push the button. That's not my sound, but we're gonna go with that into the ENGL Special Edition on, that's a big behemoth there, on the tube driver, which kind of goes completely around all the preamps and just gives you a nice pedal-friendly tube stage. Nothing to write home about, but it's nice for pedals. Oh, ENGL. ENGL and Fuzzes do not play well together. Really not. I mean, the Iron Ball SE works great with pedals and especially fuzzes, but this, again, is filtering something that happened on other ENGLs too. ENGL players are not really fuzz people, and for good reason, because that doesn't work, ENGL. What are you doing? Let me try that clean channel. Better, but not great. So ENGL and Fuzzes don't like each other. We're gonna go to the Morgan MVP66, which is JTM-ish. JCM 800. Way too thick there. Let me see if that high pass filter can do it. Yep, that works. And then we're gonna go into the Laney LA30BL, because why not? So, the bottom line, depending on the amp, it behaves differently, which is typical for fuzzes in general. Some amps don't want them, some want them beautifully. The Tone King and the Laney, different price ranges there. I think where I would want it, if you have an 800, if you have a JCM, it was too round, so actually that high-pass filter really thinned it out nicely. That worked. When you hit the sweet spot of that pedal, you don't want to stop playing. And I'm a guy that doesn't like fuzz sounds. And I'm not saying that because they commissioned this video. I'm not. You can believe that all day long, but it's not true. Would this land on my pedal board? Probably not. Because you probably wouldn't have fuzzes on my pedal board. I don't have a pedal board. I review pedals every day. That's what I do. I have on the table what I have on the table. If I need to put a pedal board together, I'll put something together for a certain use. If that use was rock and rolly stuff and craziness and dirt, a fuzz pedal might land on there. Would that land on there? Honestly, it's a little bit big. So for a fuzz, I would have to sacrifice quite a bit of space. I don't know if I would want to do that. And it holds considerable value. At $350 or $400, that value might be better invested in dog food, honestly, if I had the choice. But the sounds are what I would want on my pedal board. So do I sacrifice the cash and the space? If those sounds are what I need for the job, yes. That's my honest opinion. It's a work of art. Sound-wise, you can maybe find something similar here or there, but not made with that much passion, not made with that much love, and that much originality, and you get it, and it's a good day when you get it, because it's that thing that you covet, because it's so beautifully done. Okay, this is a passion pedal, not a you need it pedal. Unless you need it, then you... Links below, please use them. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Why haven't you? And animals at the end.